Hello and welcome to Sheet Music Institute. In this lesson, you will learn how to play rhythms on the violin. If you don't have a violin, that's okay. You can use the same principles that we are learning in this lesson to be used on any instrument. Before we understand what rhythm is, we need to understand what the beat is. Beat is basic unit of time or pulse. It's very important to keep a steady beat so that musicians can play together. Rhythm is music's pattern in time. There are lots of rhythms. For example, we have quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, and many more. We will go over some of these very soon. I want to tell you what a metronome is. A metronome is a device that keeps a steady beat. The metronome starts at a slow tempo and goes to a fast tempo. There are so many different kinds of metronomes that you can get. You can download them on the iPad, on an iPhone, or you can buy a real metronome. I want to show you what my metronome looks like on my phone. I will press the play button. And as you can see a bar moving across the screen. That bar is the beat. We will be using this later on in the lesson. For now, I want to talk to you about some popular rhythms for beginners. As you can see, we have a whole note. You will have to count 4 beats for a whole note. Then we have a half note where you have to count 2 beats. Then a quarter note, that is 1 beat. An eighth note, that is half of a beat. And then 16th notes, that's 1/16th note. There is something called codeine syllables. This will help you learn how to count the rhythms correctly. This is what you will do. For a whole note, you will clap and you will say this. Ta, ah, ah, ah. For a half note, you will say this. Ta, ah. For a quarter note, you will do this. Ta. For eighth notes, you will do this. T, T. For 16th notes, you will do this. Teary, teary. There is a process to reading rhythms on the violin. First, you should say the rhythms using ta, ti, ti, teary, teary, or whatever it is, using a steady beat. Then, clap the rhythms. Then, you play the rhythms on your instrument. I will now show you how you should practice rhythm. In the first example, you see a few quarter notes, and you also see some eighth notes. Hopefully, you remember for quarter notes, you will say ta, and for eighth notes, you will say ti, ti. I am now turning on my metronome. It is set at 60. I will now say the first example. Ready, say, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 ti, ti, ta. Then you will clap and say the rhythms, and you can certainly participate if you would like to. Ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 ti, ti, ta. Then, if you have an instrument, you can get out your instrument. You can play along with me. Ready, play. Going on to the next example, you see we have 2 half notes and then quarter notes and eighth notes. So I will clap and say the rhythms. Ready, say. Ta, ah, ta, ah, ta, 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 ah, ta, ti, ti, ta, ah, ta, ah, ta, ta. I will now get out the violin and I will play it, and you can certainly play along if you want to. I do want to point out for the half notes, you have to have long bow. So really save bow when you do the half notes. Here we go. We will now go on to the final example where we see 16th notes and a quarter rest. So I will clap and say these rhythms, and again, you can do this with me if you want to. Ready, say, ta, ta, tiri, tiri, ta, 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 ti, ti, tiri, tiri, ta, rest, ta, rest, ta, ti, ti, tiri, tiri. Get out your violin or whatever instrument. Ready, play. If you would like more examples about rhythm, you can definitely check out the description down below where you will see lots of examples for rhythm and many other things about the violin. Thank you for watching. I hope you will see you in the next lesson.